I want you to answer this simple question in the comment section below before we even go over it in the video. Where are you supposed to go after hitting a lob over your opponent's head? Now, this video is courtesy of Matt Lynn on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to his awesome channel. I've put his link in the description below. All right, did you lock in your answer? Did you throw that answer down in the comment section? I want to read what everyone's saying. All right, here's what we're talking about. We've got UCLA versus USC. USC, super close to the net. So, of course, there's going to be a lob up over his head. So, Red Licky, the UCLA player, he sees that his lob is going over Holt's head, USC, and he immediately starts moving. But where is he going? And what did you write in the comment section? Because if you said the net, that isn't entirely true. And in fact, it would be, I would say, incorrect to say the net. Because going to the net, getting really tight to the net, simply means that when Holt runs back, he could just easily lob up over your head. And you definitely would not want to say forward, because when you lob over your opponent, you can't always go forward. What if you are at the net and you hit a volley lob over someone's head? Are you supposed to go forward then? Where you want to go when you lob over your opponent is very specific. The service line. You want to immediately move to the service line. You can see Red Licky's maybe a half a step inside the service line, so I'll give him a pass. But I always teach put your toes on the service line just to make sure you don't get too tight to the net. And the reason is very simple. When you lob up over your opponent's head and your opponent is running back to run down that ball, what you have to assume is that they are going to lob the ball back. That is what will happen 90% of the time. Your opponent's going to run it back and lob, or run back and lob. Well, what do you want to hit off of that lob? You want to hit an overhead. Well, you're certainly not going to hit an overhead if you stay back at the baseline. And you're not going to hit an overhead if you get 1 inch from the net and get super tight to the net. You want to put yourself in the middle of where all the possible lobs can go, which is the service line. You can go back and get great lobs. You can move forward and get bad lobs. And obviously mediocre lobs come right to you. Now, what I think is really interesting is Holt does not lob. Instead, he hits a ground stroke and now is way behind the baseline as Red Licky, because when you're on the service line, you can get anything. You can get a ground stroke, you can get a lob, you can get anything, which is why it's the perfect place to go. And then Red Licky hits a little drop volley and easily wins the point. I think it's really interesting, though. I'd love to ask Holt the question of where are you supposed to go when you lob your opponent? Because the fact that he hit this ground stroke almost makes me think, does he not think that Red Licky was following up to the net? Because what he did is, in football, they call this out-kicking your coverage. He hit the ball so hard that now he has no time to run forward and get a drop volley. It's not like he was trying to dip it. I'm sure somebody was saying, he was trying to dip the ball. And he was trying to spin the ball. I guarantee you somebody was just typing that. I probably hurt the algorithm because they just started erasing it now. I should have not said anything and just allowed people to answer that. But I don't believe that he was trying to aim for the feet. Just because of the way he hit it. And as soon as he hits it, he's not trying to run forward. If you are attempting to hit to the feet, the moment you would hit it, you would run forward instantly. And he doesn't. He just kind of holds around, stays, and then he goes. I don't think he reacted to it being a high ball either. Then that's why he stayed back. I still would expect him to know that a ball is going to be angled off. So running forward will allow him to at least get something. So the fact that he didn't run forward immediately makes me think he wasn't aiming for the feet. It's almost as if Holt just thought that Red Licky was going to stay back at the baseline. Maybe that's what always happens. Maybe a scouting report said that Red Licky lobs and then stays back at the baseline. So if you get lobbed by him, don't lob it back. Just hit a ground stroke and he'll stay at the baseline. But Red Licky must have surprised him. I don't know. I guess we'll never know. But Red Licky did the right thing, comes in and hits the little drop volley. Please take out of this. I kind of went freelance there and went rogue on what I was talking about. But when you successfully lob over your opponent's head and it's going to land behind them, immediately move to the service line. I don't care where you are. If you're close to the net, then move back to the service line. That's why I'm not telling you the direction to go. I'm only telling you where to go. You rob your opponent of time. If they hit a lob, you can smash an overhead. If they hit a ground stroke, you quickly move and hit a drop volley. If you want to win more matches, then check out the new Rules of Singles by Fuzzy Yellow Balls. Will Hamilton teams up with Craig O'Shaughnessy, the leading stats guy in the world for what's working on the Pro Tours and what's not, and he's sharing this information with you, the recreational player, in this brand new online solution. To check out the new Rules of Singles, you can grab the Fuzzy Yellow Balls app in the description, or just wait till the end of the video when a link will pop up on the screen. And if you're looking for new people in your local area to play matches against or practice with, maybe you want to find a local league at your level, or you'd love to find a coach who's close to you who can help you with your game, then use my link for PlayYourCourt. And it's playyourcourt.com/2-minute-tennis. When you use my link to sign up, you get 50% off. When you successfully lob your opponent, quickly put your toes on the service line. If you do, there's no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.